and their journey. Hi, it's Love E Live every Wednesday at 7. Even though we're about to change our hours, so next month in May, it will not be every Wednesday. We're going to be selecting certain Wednesdays. It is busy season. Hey, Natasha. You're right on time. Hey, Tasha. We are going to be speaking with the woman-owned business as we always do every Wednesday. And like I said, we are going to not be doing it every week. We'll be promoting when we will do it because this is my busy season. I hope you've been well. This is my busy season. Hey,
Hey, girl.
how are you?
I'm good. Let me turn this volume up. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay, great.
How you been? How's your
Pretty
day?
good. How you been?
Busy.
Busy? I see
Yeah,
that
I
in all
literally
your
just
posts and stuff.
I literally just got home in time to do this live. I've been home I think 10 minutes maybe.
Okay.
So yes, I had clients today and just work.
I saw
But
that dress that you picked. It was fabulous. I saw it.
thank you. Yeah, my client actually was gifted. It was a mother-daughter fitting. So my client
Okay.
actually gifted
Nice.
styling and new clothes or new dresses for her retirement party next month. So
Okay.
needed
Nice.
to wear it to the retirement party, and then her mom needed two dresses because it's her party. So it was good.
Okay.
It was good.
Nice.
And then my car, I have to get new tires. So I had to borrow my daughter's car. It's just a lot going on today. So and we got
Yeah.
the fashion
Sounds
show
like it.
again. So getting ready for the fashion show now that I'm done with the clients. So,
Okay. Okay.
but thank you for joining us again, everyone. Welcome. It's Love You Live every Wednesday. It's not going to be every Wednesday in May, but we will put the dates out because, like I said, I'm getting busy here. So I'm not having as much time to do them every Wednesday. We started this during the
Okay.
pandemic where we were all at home. So I wanted to
Right.
feature all these amazing women-owned businesses that I know and network with or have collab with or a combination of both to share their story, how they've had to, how they got to entrepreneurship, as well as how they had to pivot and adjust during these crazy times that we're living in.
Right.
So go
Yeah.
ahead, introduce yourself and tell us about your business, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I am Latasha McAlpine, and I own the brand Valeria McAlpine. I launched in August of 2019, so it will be 2 years this coming August.
Congrats.
Um, yeah, so when I launched, my thought process was, you know what? I'm into all these different things creatively, and why not start a brand where like you literally can have all the product lines you want. You can
Yeah.
expand. You can, you know, um, get into different industries. Try it out, fill it out. So that was like my thought process, and I launched with like my own shoe line, a non-toxic candle line, and then I have like a inspirational section, which is I'm wearing one of my hoodies. It's Run Toward
Okay.
Goliath.
What
Yeah,
does
yeah,
it
yeah.
say?
It says Run Toward Goliath.
Okay. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
David,
it's
David is one of my favorite characters from the Bible, male characters.
me too, girl. Me too. Yeah, he has I don't know, he's given me hope just because he was so flawed and yet
Yeah.
he was a man after God's own heart, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
funny. I was just talking about that with somebody else earlier this week. So it's funny that full circle that you're mentioning as well, because I hadn't talked about King David or Bible stories in general, I think, in a minute. But I was
Okay.
having a conversation with somebody about it the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, that's my favorite character too. That's my favorite male, because my favorite character of all time is Queen Esther."
I love that. I love that. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
I love her. Yeah.
Both our names start with an E too, and the Queen.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
see it. I see the connection.
yes, yes. But okay, so with your businesses, well, I guess with all your different interests, they all fall under the umbrella of your business. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about each one of them? Like I know you launched a shoe line, but like what kind of shoes, who they're
Okay.
for, so on and so forth.
Okay. Yeah. So everything falls under Valeria McAlpine, and you can find it on my website,
And you know you
valeriamcalpine.com.
can type it in the comments and your Instagram and all that and pin it.
Okay. Okay, I will. And so like my shoes, girl, I started out making handmade shoes and selling them on Etsy. That's how I started.
Now you made the
Yeah.
shoes yourself, or you had a local person making them?
No, I was making them by hand. Like, so I have,
How did you learn how to make a shoe?
Listen, this is like an example of like a little kid boot that I made by
Ah,
hand.
that is cute.
Yeah, and
It's
like
got Giuseppe vibes for a kid.
right, yeah. And so like I used to make like this is like an old like little shoe I made back in the day. But
So they're
you know
kid
the thing
shoes?
about hmm?
Are they kid shoes?
Yeah, so those were for like infants up to maybe like 1 year old because I couldn't. It was very difficult to sew a sole on the shoe that like a bigger kid could
Ah, okay.
use. But the thing about it is like all of that sewing by hand, like it gets tiresome, like
Yeah.
it's exhausting. And so when I launched my brand, my thought process was, you know what, just stick to the design phase and let
Okay.
someone else, you know, manufacture it. And that way I can actually do shoes for all ages, you
Yeah.
know? So that's how I was able to expand. So what I have right now, and it was affected by the pandemic because my factories are in China.
Yeah.
And of course, last year there just was nothing. You
He's
know what
my
I'm
dog.
saying? Yeah. And so that's when I had to pivot and I launched my jewelry line. But initially, like, this is my little girl boot, Amaya.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. She
Now,
comes
what
in.
size shoe is that for a little girl? Because I saw it had like a little heel on it.
So it runs from a girl size 11 to 3.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then I have
What inspired you to make kid shoes?
you know, I just love shoes in general, right? But I started out with something I could make. I couldn't necessarily make like women's shoes. I mean, now I
I
have.
thought that was ambitious that you even made kid shoes. Like
Oh,
you
thank you,
and
girl.
made a shoe. Because I'm like,
Listen,
where do you begin to like? Where did you go to be like, I want to sign up to make shoes? Like, where's that class? Like, I'm just odd by you
okay.
trying to make a shoe on your own.
You know what? You know what's funny? Like you can pretty much get a pattern from anything these days. But like my mom's on here, so I need to just give my mom a shout out. I literally, girl, I went home to my mom and I was like, Mom, teach me how to sew because my mom knows how to sew. Now she didn't make shoes,
Yeah,
but she can make like any type of clothing.
but
And I
so
just
you
was
can
like,
make a shoe on the sewing machine? Is what you're saying?
yeah, that's how I
Like
made them.
clothes?
Yeah. Yeah, I made them. The only thing you needed was like a thicker needle. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Because you're sewing through like thicker material,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? And so, yeah, with kids' shoes, that's possible. Now, when it comes to like women's shoes and stuff, like there are people out there that do that on Etsy. I never got into that. That's just too much. You need like a more industrial strength, like sewing
yeah,
machine. But like for what I was doing for
yeah.
like infants and stuff, yes, they were all made on the
Because those
sewing
are all
machine.
soft bottoms.
Yeah, those were all soft
So I'm
bottoms.
like, where
But
do you get the soles and like how do you get the heels and the taps and the okay.
I know, right? So you can order them online. You know how at this point you
Oh
can find
wow. I
everything
never
online.
even thought about like I guess you could just order stuff and make a shoe. Like I don't know. I guess
I
because
know
I
it's
love shoes,
random.
but I've never contemplated trying to make one. I'd be
I
worried
know.
it could fall apart as soon as I put my foot in it.
I know it's random, but like you can go to like craft stores. That's where I got a lot of the fabric from because
Okay.
they sell like heavy fabric. Like
Yeah.
I had to like you know a lot of the stuff was from like the home section, so
Yeah.
people would be sewing you know upholstery for couches, like that type of
Yeah.
material that was
Yeah.
more sturdy. And so all of that works for kid shoes. But like
Yeah.
I said, like there was a limit to it, and that's why
Yeah.
I had to reach out to factories when I
Yeah.
decided like okay, I'm gonna do a brand. I want you guys to make it, and
Yeah.
I'll just design it. And so
That's what's
from
up. So now
yeah,
it's for kids and grown-ups because you have the manufacturer.
yes, and
Okay.
I have like one women's shoe that I designed. Like
Okay.
everything came to a halt last year, and so I wasn't able to actually like these made in bulk. But these I named after myself,
That's cute.
and these are Latasha. That's
Oh,
yeah.
that's
This is my
cute.
first women's shoe.
Is that a bow on the back?
Thank you that I just yeah. So
I
can you see
like.
it?
Yeah, that's
Do you
cute.
like
Let
it?
me see how high
Thank
the heel
you.
is.
I think
Oh,
this
I
is like a
like.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost a 4, but not quite.
that is
Yeah.
nice.
But thanks, girl. I never was able to like get them made in bulk because of the pandemic. So
Yeah.
instead, you know, I pivoted, and as you've seen, like I launched my jewelry line
Okay.
last year
Okay.
because with that, my suppliers were, for the most part, like all of my suppliers are domestic.
Oh, okay. Now,
Yeah, so
where's the
that
jewelry?
so my jewelry, like It's like on my island. But like I'm wearing some of my earrings.
Oh, okay,
Um,
cool.
I'm wearing some of my earrings. I'm wearing like my one of my necklaces, but it's PMValeria under my brand. And the PM stands for precious metals
Yeah.
because everything is sterling silver, gold over sterling, or gold filled,
Okay.
which just means like, you know, it's nothing but gold. You
Do
know what
you
I'm
make
saying?
like classic pieces of like, hoops and studs and uh,
Mm-hmm.
necklaces? Do you put the charms on them too, or?
You know what? I have customization that can occur for certain items.
Okay.
For necklaces, I can get them engraved. I do have some with charms. I'm looking into expanding with like my own designs, but I haven't done that just yet. I mean, you know how it is. It's like a one woman show, like
Yeah.
wearing all these hats, trying to do all these things.
I
It's
have
just
a
like,
tan and I'm still tired. So,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they have their roles to play for sure, and it's definitely helpful. But
Yeah.
the bigger or the more I want to grow, or as I'm growing, I guess I want to grow even more. But the more that I've grown, the more I've had it help. But I'm still like, oh my God, it's still a gazillion things to do. I still have a gazillion things to do when we get off this call, because there are certain things that only I can do when it comes to like
Right.
investors and the finances. And so they're helpful, but they're doing more of like social media style tips. I have to
Mm-hmm.
still do the business stuff and then service like clients that I service today. Those are like the
Yeah.
clients that paid for me, which is a
Yeah.
different rate. So they were like, no, we
Right.
want you, not somebody on the team. So you got to come.
Exactly. They want the
So
stylist.
yeah,
Right.
so it's a
Right.
lot going on. But yes, I definitely feel you, because before I even brought people on, I did every job myself, and that's how I know what I needed when I brought them on. It was like, okay, I need somebody to do
Exactly.
this, and I need somebody to do
Yeah.
that. So these are the jobs that I did before I brought them
Right.
on. So.
Right. I might have to hit you up when I get to that point where I expand and buy
Oh yeah,
assistants.
girl,
I
that's
mean,
another
hire
thing.
assistants and stuff.
It's like, being a leader and delegating, and then I'm so used to doing everything myself, so it's all in my head. So having to
Yeah.
take it out my head to explain to other people how you want
Mm-hmm.
stuff done, when you want it done, and just for
Exactly.
them to have to learn to think like how I want things. Because I'm a Virgo and I'm a perfectionist. I'll be like, wait a minute, that's not that's
You
not
know what,
it.
girl? I get it. Like I literally had to learn that when I started working with like the manufacturers because it's
Yes,
like they wanted to change my designs.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
You're
would be
like,
like,
no,
"What
that's
if we?"
not it.
I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, if you change it, then that means you designed it and not
Yeah,
me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like, I totally get that. Like releasing your baby into someone
yeah,
else's hands and it's like trusting them to do
yeah.
what you want them to
How
do.
you
You're like,
want
yeah, how you want them to do it.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the shoe line, you got the jewelry, and what's the candles?
So my candles are all sold out. They sold
Well, that's a
out.
good thing.
Hmm?
That's a good thing.
It is, right? It's a great thing, and it's just like because I have like so much going on, I haven't been able to just like get them back in stock. But
Yeah.
I had 4 candles from my candle line, and they were all non-toxic. So no toxic chemicals. Everything was soy with like essential oils and stuff like that. So you didn't have to worry about because people have allergies, and
Yeah.
there's just been so many studies about like burning those toxic chemicals and what they
Yeah.
do to like your respiratory system.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I know a
it's just
couple of different women-owned candle brands. So all of mine are the same: organic, soy, essential
yes.
oils, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because a few of my friends are candle makers. So I
Okay.
started getting into realizing people make candles. So now I'm only supporting these smaller brands than just going
I
to the
love
store and
that.
buying, a candle from Home
Right.
Goods or something. So,
Right.
because I want to know where the candles came from, who's behind the
Mm-hmm.
candle, and like you said, making sure I'm not burning something in my house that could
And
possibly
supporting each
make
other.
us sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
So the
we got to
four
support
candles
each other.
that you do have, like, is it a theme behind each one of them, or different scents? And when will they be back in stock?
So my 4 candles, what's their theme? I don't think there was necessarily a theme per se, but it was more so like I tried to pick scents that were universal, soft, um, but a little bit different in the sense that like one of my candles is kind of masculine. The scent is kind of masculine because Some of my favorite scents are masculine scents. When I used to do like bath and body and stuff, like candles, like my favorite candle that they had was like a very masculine scent. And I was just like, wow, like I don't think they make enough masculine scents. So yeah, I just tried to pick things that were soft, not too strong, but then I added in that masculine scent because I feel like the candle industry itself doesn't have like a bunch
Yeah,
of
candles
masculine.
for men per se.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
men, where men can burn it and they still like it's not a flower or it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
fruit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like they can
Yeah.
burn it and it's like
That's a
okay,
good point because I bought one of my clients is a guy, and earlier this year because he was a VIP client or he is. I went to one of my candle friends and was like, "Hey, what candle do you have that's kind of masculine though?" Because I wanted
yeah,
to get one of your candle sets. Because a candle, my thing is like if you give it as a gift, you can't really go wrong. Like everybody doesn't drink wine, even though most of
yeah,
us do, but not everybody. So I was like, who doesn't love a candle? So I wanted to keep a gift that was unisex and go with everybody. But I was like, yeah, what's the masculine candle? Because I don't want to give them a candle that, I don't know, smells like lavender, which is what I want
exactly,
to smell in
right,
the house. So,
right.
but he liked it. I don't know what scent I bought, but it was something she recommended that was more strong.
Okay, okay, okay.
So when
Yeah,
the
like
candles come back,
girl. So that is the question.
are you
I don't
still up in
know.
the air?
You said what?
Is it still up in the air in regards to?
Yeah, it's still up in the air because when I switched over and started doing my jewelry, like I need another manufacturer because I want to change some things
Mhm.
with the candle, not the actual scent, but like the packaging and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that takes me like doing research,
Yeah.
figuring out like what candle manufacturer to choose and just
Are the
having
candles
the
made in the States or overseas?
yes.
Okay.
Everything is made in the States except for the
The
shoes.
shoes. Yeah.
Unfortunately, America just pretty much gave their manufacturing over to countries abroad.
Yeah.
So to even try to get shoes
It's
made,
more
you're like,
get shoes made here too. I only know one
yes.
woman-owned shoe company in the States, and I want to say they no, you know what? She manufactures in Italy. Never mind. She's here, but her shoes are
Exactly.
made in Italy.
Yeah, yeah. It's like either you do China or Italy,
Yeah.
like for the most part. A lot of people now are starting to look at like South America
Yeah, I
for
was just about
manufacturing.
to say I heard about South America
Yeah,
too.
South America is
Another
like they're on the up and
resource.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The only
but
thing about South America, though, depending on what country, because my sister had lived there for a little while in Venezuela,
okay.
but
Oh,
it's
nice.
yeah, she loves. Well, we both love to travel, as we've talked
Okay,
about before.
I
But
know
my
you
sister
travel.
actually,
Yeah.
with her being like single, no kids, no nothing, she could actually go and live in other countries. All I can do is
Okay.
visit them at the moment. I can't
Okay.
live in them. I got too many responsibilities here.
Yeah.
But she was living there briefly for like a year, a couple of years ago. Now she lives in LA. But she was saying though, a lot of times with the government, that's the only thing. The government is
Oh.
having a lot of turmoil with their like.
Oh yeah.
So then
With
your
like
stuff gets
instability
caught
and
up
stuff.
by not being
Okay.
able to get out the country. So that might be the only.
Okay.
You got to find a country that's kind of at peace to make sure
Right.
your stuff don't get caught up in customs or get held up
Right.
because they got. So she
Very
eventually
true.
had to leave the country because they were like, "Hey, you got to get out now before you can't leave,"
Oh wow.
because it was
Wow.
getting bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like,
I
it was
think I
really
heard about some
cool,
of the
but it
stuff.
was just the way it was ran. It was just a lot going on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't really looked
I've
into
heard
South America.
Mexico is another good place for sourcing.
Mexico is coming
Yeah,
up. Yeah. And someone was telling me Brazil, but I
yeah,
haven't looked into like
yeah. You
any
just
of
gotta
those.
research and find
You
some. And then
do.
even if you find them, it's like almost if you don't have anybody to vouch for them, you don't know if they're the right company to work with in
Exactly.
the country. And I know
Yeah.
when I had my clothing line and I was manufacturing, I manufactured in Pakistan, but I knew somebody.
Pakistan?
Mhm. Because I knew somebody in New Orleans whose relatives were in Pakistan. They had a factory, so it was because I had a
Oh,
relationship.
okay.
I would have never manufactured in Pakistan if it wasn't for the relationship.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't heard of any manufacturers in Pakistan.
Well, and
Like
it was for clothes. But yeah,
okay,
yeah. And so
okay,
we worked something out, and she was able to get everything shipped to me and get everything made. What I liked about them though is they actually made my fabric, so they didn't source
oh,
it. They made the fabric and then made my design.
and
So
then
it
made the
was really cool.
clothes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
It was
talking
really cool.
about.
It was
Okay,
really cool. So, but that's my past life. Now I focus on styling and my technology the most. But I think it's just like you said, it's a lot to do all the different brands.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all, expensive. So
Yeah.
it was like, okay, I got to decide. So what I did with the clothing lines, I ended up selling it because I mainly sold it wholesale into boutiques. And then I
Okay.
sell it to like a few of my private clients if I thought it made sense for what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I sold it wholesale directly so that I wouldn't have to worry about, trying to get people to buy it, but more so selling it to stores and they sold
I
it
see.
because I knew I didn't have the time because I wasn't a full-time designer. Like most of the designers
Right.
I know, they design and that's what they do. And
Mm-hmm.
stylists, they do styling and they may buy, but they're not making clothes. Making clothes is a
Mm-hmm.
whole another game than just buying clothes. So
But that's the thing I love about being a creative, right?
yeah,
Like we
yeah,
can just you push into whatever you want to push into. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Try it out. Why not?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was my thing. I'm glad I did it. I still got some pieces left. I'm gonna show a few of them in the fashion show this weekend. Just a few
Okay.
from some of my samples. But for the most part, I was able to sell everything but like the last 50 pieces. So
Okay.
the whole collection is sold out at this point. And I haven't designed any more except for when I make a custom piece or if I do
Okay.
something custom for a client.
I love that.
But yeah,
I
I
love
agree. As a creative, all you can do all the things that you want to do. It's just about
yeah.
figuring out, which one might have your heart if you have to divide your time up to do them all well. So
Yeah. Yeah. Just figure I think one of the great things about that is from that though you can figure out which one you like the most. Like
yeah.
you figured out like okay, I want to do styling, right?
Well, I
And
started with styling, branched into designing, and then was like, styling still has my heart.
that's your
So
heart.
back
Okay.
to styling, yeah. And then now with the technology component, tech is a whole nother beast and
Okay.
it's a whole nother thing. And so I'm still
Okay.
even learning through that. But adding the technology component, that is consuming all of my brain power.
Well,
So
I love it.
between the styling and the tech, I can't do nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you have the app. I love it, girl. I love it. Yeah.
And I think I was so naive when I got into it. I think if I knew what I was getting into, I might have rethought it. But I'm like, okay, I started it now. We're gonna roll with it. But I thought when I was building an app, it was gonna be like, oh, it's just like another website, but on the phone. It is not. An app is like totally, totally different. It's not a website on the phone. It's something totally.
Right.
So I was
Right.
just like, oh shoot, what have I got myself into?
Right.
And that it was going to require like a whole tech team. And like, again, I just thought, oh, I'm just going to hire somebody, going to build my little app, and that's going to be the end of it. That
But
is
you know
not,
what? You did it though. You know
yes.
what I'm saying?
And we're still doing it because we're about to launch a new
Yeah.
version next month. But it's just a lot. It's like make your
Well,
brain
I
hurt.
love it. Yeah, I love
But
it. I
yeah,
love seeing other people like push into their dreams, you know?
yes, yes. I mean, and at
Yeah,
the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. What I love the
that
most
is.
is
Yeah.
being able to do what I love every day. We all have to work for a living, most of us.
Yep.
And so if I'm gonna work, I might as well be working one for myself.
Right.
No ceiling, there's no cap, no
Right.
glass ceiling or anything to break. I can go as high or make as much as I want, as well as doing what I actually love to do for
Right.
myself and work that hard for myself. And so
Right.
I sell it. So
Yeah. And I love that.
yeah,
Girl, I'm of the same like mindset. Like I
yeah,
love that. Yeah.
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 So I am so glad we got to chat now.
Me
Do you want to
too.
tell us like what is gonna happen next with the line in regards to like I know the candles are out right now, the
Mm-hmm.
ship's on hold, and the jury is popping. So what do you want us to know? And then of course y'all need to go follow her page. I'm gonna tag you when I put the replay up as well.
Okay.
But
Okay.
follow her page, go check out her website. Will you do pre-orders on some of the stuff that is out of stock right now when you know that
Yeah,
it's coming back?
I sure will. I sure will. I'm gonna like make an announcement and
Okay,
then
good.
yeah,
That's why y'all
I
gotta
sure
follow
will.
her so you can stay up to date on what's going on.
Yeah.
Because that shit was
Yeah.
cute.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
As well as the little kid shoe was cute too. Like I said, it was giving me Giuseppe vibes. I just don't know any little kids. Like
Oh,
I don't know.
right. Right.
And my child is 22, so
Right.
I don't know anybody even with. Well, I have one friend with a little kid, so I'm gonna send her your way. Because
Okay.
her
Okay.
daughter's 4, so will her daughter be able to wear? Because I don't even remember
She
kid
needs
sizes no more. It's been so long.
yeah, so I feel like 4 is like a little bit too young. Kids, their
Yeah.
feet are different sizes,
Yeah.
but I think on average it starts probably around like 5 or 6.
Oh, okay. So if a 4-year-old,
Yeah.
her feet would be too small for the shoes.
Unless they're a little big. Sometimes kids.
Yeah, I don't know if her child's an average 4. I don't even know what an average 4-year-old. Like I don't know nothing about little kids no more. I feel like all of that in the early 2000s when my child was little. Since then, I ain't
Right.
got little kids or nothing else.
Right.
But I'm gonna
Right.
ask her and tell her to check it out because those little boots will look cute on her, or boots like that will look cute on her.
Okay. Okay. Great. Well, I appreciate it. You know, next, I'm still focusing on my jewelry.
Yeah.
I would like to release some of my own designs. So, you know, I'm looking into that. Um, we'll see what will happen with the shoes because things have calmed down a
Yeah.
lot.
And
You
things
know
are
what I'm
starting to open up.
Yeah, like things are starting to open up. So, you know, that could really be on the horizon. It's just, it's been so touch and go. So I
Yeah.
can't really speak affirmatively about
Yeah.
it right now because I don't know, but it may happen. I
Yeah.
just need to like, you
And like you
know,
said, you're also going to research and see what other countries you possibly could work with
exactly.
that may be open or be closer that you can
Right.
actually get to. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You know how this thing is. It's like the pandemic just really affected everything.
Yeah.
It's
It did.
okay though, because you know, when those things happen, we have to pivot into something
Yeah.
else, you
Yeah.
know?
Can change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like that's what I had to do. But no, shoe design, that's still my passion.
Yeah.
It's just Corona
If you
kind of
had a favorite out of the three, would shoes be it?
I love design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think shoes or either like design with jewelry, honestly. Like
Oh, and
I
wait a minute. You mentioned the clothes though. What about the hoodie?
Oh, hoodies are always in. Okay,
Oh, okay.
like you know, like it that because of like where the factories are, they never were affected. So
Oh,
like,
so y'all
and
can
that's
still
just
go get your hoodie. It's cold today too, actually.
girl.
Um,
What?
I
Why
was like, what is
though?
going on with this weather? It's so up and
Right.
down. I don't know if I need to bring out boots or sandals. Like one minute I'm wearing
Exactly.
shorts,
It's
the
like
next
flip
minute
flops
I
and a
got on a
hoodie.
jacket.
Right. Right.
I was like,
That's what I
I've
was.
been
That's
wearing
what I,
shorts on Saturday, and now I got jeans on again and long
come
sleeves.
on. Exactly. Right. And I'm like, is it
Maybe it's
somewhere like
gonna warm
around the
up for
corner?
real in May and stay warm. That's all I can think. Like
Right.
maybe May is when it's gonna act right. I don't know.
That's what I'm hoping. You know,
It's
that's
this
what I'm hoping.
climate change. We're not taking care of the environment.
But that's real talk
It is.
because this is crazy, especially for Atlanta. You
Yeah.
know, this is not our norm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it's a lot of different cities that are like, oh, this is not how our weather normally is. So yeah, it's definitely we just living in the end times.
I mean, that's what it
I'm
is what
waiting
it
on the
is.
locusts to pop out next. I was like, it's ridiculous, all the stuff that's going on. But
Right. And you
do
wouldn't
the
be
hoodie
surprised.
comes in t-shirts too, or just hoodies?
Yep. So I
Okay.
have the tees, I have the hoodies, and then I have the sweatshirts without the hood.
Okay.
I also now I'm like international. I ship around the world with my
Oh,
tees. Yeah, with my hoodies and my sweatshirts. And I accept through my website Canadian dollar, the euro, the pound, and the Japanese yen.
that's what's up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
not
trying to
everybody ships international or do
girl, you know
currencies.
that's where it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, world traveler
Yeah.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where it is right now. Like we
Yeah.
are a global society.
Yeah.
Everything's done through internet, and so I feel like you would limit yourself to
Yeah.
just be stuck in America. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Or only
Like
taking US dollars. Yeah.
yeah, and only taking US dollar and not remember like there's a whole global society now
Yeah.
that's connected through the internet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's funny. I buy stuff from overseas, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't sell. I don't have any clients overseas. Like I went overseas to do some work, but I don't have any clients that live overseas for them to pay me.
Okay.
And different currencies. I just spend in different currencies.
I hear that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hear that.
No, but that's what's up. So they need to go follow her page so you can get your tees, your jewelry, a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for the shoes, wait for the
Yeah.
candles. You can get all these other pieces and stay up to date on what she has going on when things will drop. Do you do any kind of events in regards to like keeping the community or building your community of people that are interested in your products and stuff?
Well, you know what? That is in the future. I will say this. A percentage of everything that is sold, 10% of every sale goes to human trafficking.
Oh,
because
that's what's up. Good.
yeah,
So you're buying and supporting a good cause, y'all.
exactly. Anything you buy from me, 10% of it, 10% of whatever you pay me goes to human trafficking,
That's
because
what's,
that's really like
it's
a
a big
big,
problem here in Georgia
it's a
too.
huge problem, especially here in Atlanta. Like,
Because
you
we
know,
have
we
the
are like
hub. Yeah.
leading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leading the world in it, and
Yeah.
it's, yeah, that really bothers me. And
Really
so that
sad.
it's really sad. Yeah.
Because
So,
when I was a part of Junior League, that was our cause, was human
okay.
trafficking. And
Okay.
really trying to, we donated money as well as our time to fighting human trafficking when I was a
I love
part.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you took time to chat with me today.
Girl, thanks for having me. I be
Of
like scoping you
course.
out online. I see you. I see you doing big things. I
Thank
see you.
you. Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
oh, and good. Tasha tagged your page on here
Oh,
for
thanks,
you. And then
friends.
I'm gonna tag you when I post the replay anyway. And
Okay.
so they'll be able to just follow the tag and go to your page. And then of course I'm sure they can see the website from there.
Yep. They can see everything from the website.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us for
Thanks
Women's
for having me.
Wednesday on Love Eat Live. And I'll chat with you in the DMs, of course, like we do
You know it. Like we,
later.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining in. If you missed any of it or you had to leave or you came late, I'm about to put the replay up, so you're welcome to rewatch it and catch all the gems that was dropped and learn how she became an entrepreneur, all the different brands she has under her umbrella, and how you can support her.
Thanks, girl.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Bye.